Elders for Counsel, Youth for War. One of the situations we have in these times is that oftentimes folks don't know when it's time to give up their quote unquote position, give up the throne. Unfortunately, we live in an egotistical movement era, or what is recognized as remnants of a movement. There are a number of different freedom fighters that put their work in, and did great things in order for us to exist and to continue to exist and coexist, so on and so forth. The one thing that we always have to keep in mind is that when it came to movement and military and works, so on and so forth, it's always been youth that have pretty much carried the work out. And there's been elders, in many cases, OGs who taught and passed the torch. And then in some cases, there's been folks who wanted to hold on to it for dear life. And we understand, it's human nature. The unfortunate thing is we have some folks, to say, okay, boom, the youth need to respect the elders, and I'm 100% with that. I'm no youth now, but I unite with that. But I also say that oftentimes elders have to respect the youth as well. And it doesn't mean that, the elders have to kiss up to the youth or any of that type of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I am simply saying is, we have to have a mutual respect, because when we look at folks like Chairman Fred, he was 21 years old when he was assassinated. When we look at folks like Malcolm, he was 39 when he was assassinated. Folks like Patrice Lumumba and Che Guevara and Thomas Sankara and so many others, they never saw age 40, Dr. King, etc. So they never had the opportunity to become elders. But still, the George Jacksons, so on and so forth, the Lil Bobby Huttons, they never saw 30. But still, we respect them as ancestors and respect them as folks who brought wisdom to our community and to our movement, so on and so forth. We're at a time where there's a need for younger leadership, because of the fact that, again, sometimes folks hold on to something so long, and unfortunately, some of our people get caught up in a time capsule. You start teaching something so long that you end up not advancing. I respect knowledge. I respect information. I respect leadership. I respect structure. I most certainly respect my OGs, my elders, my original gorillas, because without them, I couldn't be who I am, and many of us couldn't be who we are. But at the same time, again, it is the duty of leadership to teach and train and raise new leadership.